birthday party was happening and Vaughn attended to. But she wasn't interested, so she went to the foreground and sat up, writing something in her chair, not minding her surroundings. Among the people enjoying the party and dancing, no one noticed Vaughn. But one guy stopped and started admiring her from a distance. A smile was playing on his lips. He was none other than Jimin. He is Vaughn's friend for the past 4 months. While Jimin was admiring her from a distance without approaching her, someone patted his shoulder, making him look back. He saw Vaughn's best friend, Mira. Then he tried to pretend he hadn't been admiring Vaughn. Since when? What, Mira? I know, the way you always look at Vaughn. You have feelings for her. What's the matter? Yes, I have feelings for her. Maybe it's more than just a crush. I think you should stop that there. She definitely won't like you back, even though you are her friend. Jimin makes a weird face. Are you crazy? Just go and ask her to date you. Then you will understand why I said this. Jimin shrugging his shoulders. I'll definitely go. Just wait and see. Jimin brushed his hair back and exhaled before walking to Vaughn. But she didn't look at him while writing something. He cleared his throat and she slightly raised her chin to see him. He smiled at her as he sat beside her. Before asking directly, he wanted to start with random questions, so she wouldn't suspect him. What are you writing on? He tried to look at her diary, but she silently closed it. He shifted his full eyes from the diary to her and found her already looking at him with her brown eyes. It's nothing. Vaughn, I want to ask you something. Will you agree to it? I'm feeling really shy too. First ask me. I like you so much. Let's go on it too. Before he could finish his sentence, she cut off, leaving him blank. He quickly stood up as well. I'm sorry if I made you develop feelings for me unknowingly. Vaughn, it's just a date. Even if you don't like me now, I'm sure you might. And you could even fall for me if I take a step further. You better stop feelings for me and don't expect me to fall for you. My heart is broken and there is no chance to fix it again. She left quickly, leaving Jimin. Her last words kept echoing in his ears. Just then Mira walked towards him. Now you understand, right? Forget her. She was about to leave, but Jimin stopped her. No, I don't understand. What's wrong with her? What broke her heart that much? She has parents, she is rich, and she is beautiful. Then what broke her heart? Everything you mentioned is actually her curse. His eyebrows froze in confusion. Vine has had bad luck in her life since childhood. When she was 10 years old, she lost her mother. Then her father married Victoria, who already had an 11-year-old daughter named Sila. I don't know everything clearly, but ever since they came into Vaughn's life, she started facing troubles. Her father never paid attention to see what was happening behind his back. Even though Vaughn had a family, she was raised like an adopted girl. But when she turned 18, she fell in love with a guy. His name is Jungkook. Are you talking about John Jungkook, the Mafia king? Mira nodded. Jimin went blank, wondering how someone as calm as Vaughn could fall for a Mafia king, who was literally a monster in human form. Yes, but when Vaughn fell in love, he wasn't the Mafia king at the time. His father was in the profession back then. She fell for him naturally, deeply in one-sided love. But before she could confess it to him, her stepsister Sia gave her a shock by revealing that she and Jungkook were already in a relationship and planning to marry soon. For the first time, Vaughn didn't stay calm or give up. She argued with Sia about it, but the argument turned into fight, and Sia fell off the podium. That's it. From that moment, Vaughn's life completely changed. Her own father stopped talking to her and started hating her. Her stepmom, Victoria, made her life like a living hell and never allowed Vaughn to see Jungkook again, treating her very badly. Her parents kept her under house arrest for almost a year, but I was the one who begged them to let Vine go to college, not stop her studies. Her father agreed, but there was no happiness or relief in her life. Somehow she was able to go out just for studies. I brought her to this party secretly, hoping she would enjoy it and forget her pain for a while. But she didn't. It's been a year. But Juan is just living a lifeless life after losing her sister, pretending to lead a normal life. She is stuck between unworthy rich life and parents who hate her. She didn't even try to meet Jungkook after all this, feeling completely guilty. So is this why she is always so lonely? I thought she was different, but I never suspected she was this broken. I really feel bad for her. As she told you better stop having feelings for her, Jimin. Forget her. She left. Jimin stood frozen in place. When Vine reached home, she froze in her place at the doorway as she saw Mrs. John talking to her parents after a long time. When Mrs. John turned to leave, she saw Vine and smiled and left. But Vine didn't understand why Jungkook's mom had come to see her parents. Victoria saw Vine was confused, then walked toward her, crossing her arms over her chest before speaking. Look, who is here? The bride has arrived. Hearing this, Vine widened her eyes in shock. So that means Vine is the bride, right? If yes, her stepmom chose a husband for her. Then she must have picked you, since she doesn't want Vine to have a happy life. Right? Mom, what are you saying? I can't get married. I see. Then tell your dad. Vine swallowed, unable to refuse. But she still wanted to deny because this wasn't a small matter. It was about her life. Please, Mom. Vine dad spoke, interrupting her with his cold tone. Mrs. John wants to marry her son. Jungkook, we also have a business purpose between us. You better shut up and marry him. Vine couldn't believe her eyes. The person she loved was the one she was going to marry. But how could she? Did everyone forget everything like it was nothing? Did they think she was just a doll? For their purposes. She left. Then she ran to her room in fear. Vine locked her room, took out her phone and dialed her friend's number. She was trembling inside and her friend picked up the call. Hello, Vine. Mira, Dad and Mom fixed my marriage. Why suddenly? With whom? With Jungkook. I don't really know why they suddenly want me to marry Jungkook. I never thought my father would talk to me again, but now he did. With this trembling decision that could ruin me if anything goes wrong. What? How is that possible with Jungkook? I'm scared. What if this is a plan? Please tell my parents to stop this. I know Jungkook never liked me before, and now I don't even know how he is now or what he thinks of me. All I heard is that he became some kind of mafia. On the other hand, my mom is trying to trap me with him. Save me. Don't be scared, Vaughn. I'll try my best to talk to your father. It seems like your stepmom still isn't done making your life miserable. I think she is pushing you into something dangerous. This marriage to him. Mira tried to stop Vaughn's wedding to Jungkook, but her parents didn't listen. Her stepmom put Vaughn under house arrest again to stop her from running up and avoiding the marriage. Finally, the wedding day arrived. Vaughn sat like a robot while Mira applied light makeup on her fair face. Mira's heart sank as she saw how much Vaughn was holding back her tears, letting her get ready. Mira sighed and grabbed Vaughn's wrist, making her look at her. I tried my best to convince your parents, but they didn't listen. I'm really sorry. Why are you apologizing? I don't even understand. How can you as a friend show so much concern for my future when my own father can't? It's all probably your stepmom's decision. Why does she hate me so much? Is it because of Sia's death? Everyone was worried about my sister, but I cried more than anyone. Yet she never saw me pain. Why does everyone think I was fine when I wasn't at all? But it might also be a chance for you to change your life. I know how much you love Jungkook, and now he is going to be your husband. Wan chuckled sadly. I'm still scared about why he wants to marry me after everything. Maybe he wants to marry you because he realized how much you love him too. Her stepmother entered the room with her husband. Why are you taking so long to get ready? They are waiting. The large wooden door slowly opened, revealing the bride. Wow. Grish was smiling with her presence as she walked forward beside her father. Even while nodding her head, she was seeing the waiting hall, beautiful decorated with flowers, their fragrance spreading through the air. Then her eyes landed on her groom's back. Her heartbeat was getting faster while she was going toward him behind her father, while he still had his back to her on the arm. When she finally stood beside him, her father stepped away, leaving Van with him as the priest read the marriage vows. She didn't dare to look at his face right away. She glanced at his former shoes, then slowly let her gaze turn upward. He wore a perfect classic black suit, a luxury watch on his left wrist, a white shirt, and a simple tie. Her eyes kept moving up, hastily peeking at him. But when she finally looked at his side profile after years, it felt unreal. She lost herself seeing him again, not as a Mafia king, but as her groom, something she had never even imagined in her life. She had completely believed she had lost him once upon a time. Her eyes slightly welled up as she kept looking at him, her heartbeat growing faster, unable to believe it was real. But when his expression changed, sensing her gaze, she quickly looked down before he could see her. His sharp eyes sparkled when he saw one standing beside him in the bridal robe. But he could tell she was feeling uneasy, and just as she was about to look at him again, he rolled his eyes and turned to the priest when he was asked. I know what to do and what not to do. You better shut your mouth already. The way Jungkook suddenly spoke with his cold tone made everyone turn their eyes to him. But Wang glanced at him, her fears reflecting in her eyes, as if she could read what was coming. Then he looked back at her, locking his eyes with hers. She expected him to talk to her, but he still didn't. Instead, he spoke to his mom while still glaring at Wang. Mom, are the wedding formalities done or not yet? Everything is done, Jungkook. Well, then get my wife to my marriage. I'm getting annoyed here. He left after saying that, not even caring what others would think, leaving Van alone there. Ears dropped as she looked at Jungkook, as if seeing him for the first time. How strange his awe and manners were now. Is this how Mafia kings are? Cold and rude? Just then Mrs. John came to Van, held her wrist, making Van fresh. Shall we go to you? Van looked at her father with fear in her eyes, but he was ignoring her. Mrs. John shook Van's shoulder, making her look at her. Let's go. Your new married life is going to be thrilling with you. She smiled while taking Van with her without any delay. While stepping up the stairs, falling behind the maid, my legs felt numb, as if I were walking into a cage. But why was I feeling like this? He isn't a stranger to me, right? He is the one I give my heart to. But still my heart is telling me otherwise now. Finally, we stopped in front of the room door. After the maid showed me Jungkook's room, she left instantly. At once, I felt alone again. Slowly, I grabbed the doorknob and opened the door hastily. But as she stepped in and looked forward, she was welcomed by the strong smell of cigarette smoke and alcohol. Her face showed discomfort as she furrowed her eyebrows. Clutching her waiting desk, she was about to take another step, but she froze on the spot when she saw him already in the bedroom waiting for her. Normally on the wedding night, the room would be beautifully decorated and partners would welcome each other with loving smiles. But here, everything was opposite. The room looked empty, and the husband had a dark, unsaid aura. There, Jungkook was sitting on a big royal throne, shirtless, his jeans hung low around his hips, and he sat with his legs spread wide. Relaxing, he was smoking with his bed just rose as he inhaled and smoked, rolling his eyes carelessly before exhaling. That's when his eyes fell on his wife, finding her standing at the doorway, not even trying to step in. She gulped when he smacked her. She questioned herself. Is this the same Jungkook she once gave her heart to? Because all she felt on him was negativity. No one said anything. There was pin-drop silence between them. He stared at her for a second and silently signaled her to come closer by his index finger. Her grip tightened on her dress as she finally received a gesture from him. Slowly she took steps toward him, and when she reached him, she stopped, leaving a 3-step gap between them. He inhaled his cigarette and glanced at her feet. Slowly observing her from top to bottom, he noticed how she clutched her dress while keeping her distance. His gaze lingered on the curves visible through her dress. His eyes moved to her neck as she swallowed under his stare. Still he said nothing, and neither did she. He stared at her as he cut her. She looked down when he turned over her with his height. It felt like she had stepped into a cage. He could read her mind. She was feeling uncomfortable. Then he threw the cigarette over his shoulder and pulled her by the bush, making her bump into him. She flinched nervously, but he made a shushing sound near her ear while leaning in. She went silent as he slowly wrapped his other hand on her breast. His lips brushed against her earlobe, making her close both eyes and loosen his grip on her dress for a second. He smirked, sensing her body language. With his other hand, he brushed her cheek seductively, making her heart race. That's when he finally spoke, and his words shattered her. Feels satisfying finally getting the chance to make up with me. After heartlessly separating me from your sister, he said while brushing his fingers against her cheek. She opened her eyes in disbelief and looked at him, only to find him already gazing at her with a dark, unreadable emotion in his eyes. What? He tightened his grip on her waist, aggressively making her gulp and breathe. She placed her hands on his half-naked body, trying to push him back to create some distance, but her efforts didn't move him an inch. For what desires did you want me, and why did you make Sia disappear from my life? I'll do it with you, but not to pleasure you, just to ruin you. What are you saying? I never even saw you with your desires. You are misunderstanding me. I understand you very well. Just because I fell for your sister, you are ready to kill her for your pleasure with me. Now get ready, baby girl, to be ruined under me. It's hurting, let go of me. Not that easily, baby girl. You need to take this every day, every second from me, until I'm satisfied with my revenge. For the desires you once had, I'll now ruin you legally as your husband. She clutched her dress over her body, aggressively about to tear it, but she pushed him back, tears streaming down her face. No, leave me. She held her torn dress, running away from him, crying in fear, seeking help. When she came out of the room crying, she was about to run downstairs, but before she could turn, she bumped into his mom, who stood there like a steady paw for her. Vine hugged Mrs. John with her trembling hands, but Mrs. John didn't hug her back. Mom, please help me. Jungkook is misunderstanding me completely. He wants to ruin me. I thought you would run out of the room in just 1 minute, but it seems like Jungkook didn't even start playing properly. When Mrs. John interrupted while Van tried to ask for help in view, it shocked Van and made her break the hug. She looked at Mrs. John in disbelief. So, does she already know what will happen if she enters the room? Mrs. John smirked, crossing her arms over her chest. Then Van finally realized where she was trapped with this marriage, and a tear dropped from her left eye.